Hi everybody, my name's Tiffany. I'm 46 years old. I'm really not sure why I'm making this video. It's September 1st, around 9:30 a.m. I made a cup of coffee and this is day one of my single life. I was with someone for about 7 years, and I thought we were moving toward marriage and the rest of our life together. But over the last several months, my ex-partner, started a new job, and the job was supposed to have been just temporary, just to help us pay off some bills. But it turned into something that he really enjoyed, and it required travel, long-term travel, like moving to another state for 5 years. And he decided that he wanted to take that job opportunity, and he was no longer interested in getting married. He said that he just saw marriage as a piece of paper. And I love the Lord. I love God. I want to be used of God in some way. But the person that I've been with said that that's not really the path that he's on, and that when I talk about God, it weirds him out. So basically, over the last 2 weeks, my world has kind of fallen apart. What I thought I knew, and what I thought my future was going to be, is not what it is. So I'm trying to accept that, and I'm trying to trust God. I guess he had been thinking and planning about this for a while, and I was just made known of it in the last couple of weeks. And yesterday he left. He packed up to put things in a storage unit. He had already purchased a camper without me, and I made a decision that I was going to church yesterday. I wanted to show that God is who I choose. Luckily, a couple of my kids came after church. All my kids are grown now. They're 18 and older. But they came to support me, which I greatly appreciate. And after church, we went out to lunch. And by the time I came back, he was gone. So all of his things were gone. The camper was gone, everything. So I'm just trying to process that. And I'm making this, I don't even know if I'll post it, but I'm just making it because I want to remind myself that this is not the end of my life. This is not the end of my story. That God has something greater in store for me, even though I don't know what it is. I was praying. I was praying to God about everything when I first found out that he was leaving me. And I was trying to figure out what is happening. Like, this came out of the blue to me. I had no say in it. We went from going to a store one day and him pulling me over to the jewelry counter, asking me if I like this ring or that ring, to then complete opposite, saying that he didn't believe in marriage, that he believed that this was what he was supposed to do. I just feel devastated, and I don't know how. I'm just trying to use this as an outlet to release my emotions. I'm going to read this because I feel like this is what God told me. And this is what God told me when I was praying to him about what is going on. Why is this happening? I feel devastated. I feel like I'm nothing. Like he just discarded me. Like I meant nothing after all these years. I'm gonna look down because I have to read this. I believe in God. I believe that he has a plan and a purpose for my life. Even when I don't know what it is. This is the chapter that he brought me to when I was praying to him for answers. It's Isaiah 40. And it says, comfort my people, says your God. Speak tenderly to Jerusalem and proclaim to her that her hard service has been completed, that her sin has been paid for, that she has received from the Lord's hand double for all her sins. A voice of one calling in the wilderness, prepare the way for the Lord. Make straight in the desert a highway for your God. Every valley shall be raised up, every mountain and hill shall be made low. The rough ground shall become level, the rugged places a plain. And the glory of the Lord will be revealed, and all people will see it together, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken. A voice says, cry out, and I said, why shall I cry? All people are like grass, and all their faithfulness is like the flowers of the field. The grass withers and the flowers fall, because the breath of the Lord blows on them. Surely the people are grass. The grass withers and the flowers fall, but the word of our God endures forever. When I read this, that's exactly how I felt. I felt like, why am I doing any of this? I feel like I spent 7 years with this person, and yet in an instance they're not faithful anymore. And I felt like God was telling me, look, people are like grass, and their faithfulness is like grass and like flowers. I can blow my breath on them and they will fall. Their faithfulness will fall. Don't put your faith in humans. Don't put your faith in other people. My word is what endures forever. It says, "You who bring good news to Zion, go up on a high mountain. You who bring good news to Jerusalem, lift up your voice with a shout. Lift it up, do not be afraid. Say to the towns of Judah, here is your God. See, the sovereign Lord comes with power, and he rules with a mighty arm. See, his reward is with him, and his recompense accompanies him. He tends his flock like a shepherd. He gathers the lambs in his arms, and he carries them close to his heart. He gently leads those that have young. Who has measured the waters in the hollow of his hand, or with the breadth of his hand marked off the heavens? Who has held the dust of the earth in a basket, or weighed the mountains on scales, and the hills in the balance? Who can fathom the Spirit of the Lord, or instruct the Lord as his counselor? Who did the Lord consult to enlighten him, and who taught him the right way? Who was it that taught him knowledge, or showed him the path of understanding? Surely the nations are like a drop in a bucket. They are regarded as dust on the scales. He weighs the islands as though they were fine dust. Lebanon is not sufficient for altar fires, nor is its animals enough for burnt offerings. Before him all the nations are as nothing. They are regarded by him as worthless, for less than nothing. With whom then will you compare God? To what image will you liken him? As for an idol, a metal worker casts it, and a goldsmith overlays it with gold and fashions silver chains for it. A person too poor to present such an offering selects wood that will not rot. They look for a skilled worker to set up an idol that will not topple. Do you not know? Have you not heard? Has it not been told to you from the beginning? Have you not understood since the earth was founded? He sits enthroned above the circle of the earth, and its people are like grasshoppers. He stretches out the heavens like a canopy and spreads them out like a tent to live in. He brings princes to naught and reduces the rulers of this world to nothing. No sooner are they planned, no sooner are they sown, no sooner do they take root in the ground, than he blows on them and they wither, and a whirlwind sweeps them away like chaff. To whom will you compare me? Or who is my equal, says the Holy One. Lift up your eyes and look to the heavens, who created all these. He who brings out the starry host one by one and calls forth each of them by name. Because of his great power and mighty strength, no one of them is missing. Why do you complain, Jacob? Why do you say, Israel, my way is hidden from the Lord, my cause is disregarded by my God? Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youth grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. I feel like God was trying to tell me He understands that I put my trust in a person, but I need to put my trust in Him, the one that has ultimate authority over everything, the one that measures waters in the hollow of His hand. How big of a God would He have to be able to do all of this? And when I read, people are like grasshoppers, He stretches out the heavens like a canopy. How big of a God to look down and see all of creation and man be like a grasshopper. And when, verse 27, why do you complain, Jacob? I put my name in there. Why do you complain, Tiffany? Why do you say, my way is hidden from the Lord, my cause is disregarded by my God? Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is an everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary. In his understanding, no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even the youth grow tired and weary, and young men stumble, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. I feel like God is telling me and anybody else that's listening to this, don't think that you're hidden from God. Don't think that he doesn't know that you're tired or weary. Don't think that he doesn't see and feel and know that you feel weak and tired. He knows. He knows. But he is the one that does not grow tired, does not grow weary. He is the one that is faithful. No matter what happens in your life, no matter what wind, what season blows in, he is faithful. He is not like grass. He is not like flowers. His faithfulness does not waver. His faithfulness does not go away. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. For those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. I know in another passage that it says that his strength is perfected in our weakness. If I'm honest, I don't feel much except for weak right now. But I'm determined to believe that God is greater than this. He's greater than my emotions. He's greater than my weakness. He sees that I'm tired. He sees that I'm weary. I'm making this to remind myself, and maybe if I post it, maybe it will remind someone else of God's power, God's comfort, and that he hears our prayers. He hears us. We're not falling on deaf ears. He has a plan and a purpose for our lives. Even when we don't know what it is, even when everything around us seems to be falling apart. I'm 46 years old, and this is day 1 of me starting over. I pray everybody does not give up. I just want to remind you to be comforted in God today, to know that he understands and he knows your pain. And above all else, He is the one that is faithful. He is the one that has power. And He has not left you. He has not left me. Man may leave, but God did not. The presence of pain does not equal the absence of God. I pray peace for all of you. I pray peace for me. I pray that the Comforter, the Holy Spirit, would come into all of our lives and give us that rest and that peace and that hope, that understanding of how big and powerful and great our God is. Sometimes our circumstances look so enormous that we don't know how we're going to survive. But when you think how much bigger the God that we serve is, to weigh things in the hollow of His hand, to stretch out the skies like a tent, how much bigger and powerful our God is than absolutely any circumstance that we could go through. I want to encourage you of that today, and encourage myself of that today. If I post this, maybe I'll post more to just keep you updated on how this turns out, because I want my suffering to turn into glory for God. I don't know what will happen. But I hope it encourages you. And I want it to be a testimony to what God can do in my life and in your life. Till next time, guys.